Hello, and welcome to the most optimistic corner of the internet. My name is Zania, and today I've prepared for you a pick a card reading where we will DTR, define the relationship between you and another person. For this pick a card reading, we'll be using first this really cool, interesting deck. They're called the Archeo cards. I can't even call them oracle cards because they are actually personal archetype cards, and from this gorgeous deck we're gonna extract one archetype for you, one for the other person, in order to see exactly why you have crossed paths with this person. So what is the role that you're playing in their story, and what is the role that they are meant to play in your story. After that, we're gonna go ahead and clarify with tarot. Here we have the four groups, the four tarot decks that we're gonna use. For group number one, these beautiful angel cards. For group number two, we have ocean cards. For group number three, we have some cards with the northern lights. And for group number four, we have some cards with crystals on them. So they're all similar tarot decks. You will choose these among these in order to find the group that has the message for you. And at the end, I'm going to use this moon zodiac cards to find some final messages, just something to wrap up the reading for each of the four groups. Now, if you're new to this channel or to pick a card readings, this is how it's going to go down. First, you need to think intensely about the person that you want to DTR with. So technically you can think of multiple people because we have here four groups of cards. I would prefer if you would think of someone that you've actually met, that you've actually interacted with or spoken with, or at least exchanged text with, because in that way the Archeo cards will give us the best answers. They will be able to actually tell us what role you play in their story and what role the other person plays in your story. Now, if you're thinking of someone that you haven't met, maybe an influencer or a celebrity or a guru, someone that has a big influence in your life, then you can definitely see exactly what role they are meant to play in your life, but you will need to ignore all the messages about the role that you need to play in their life because they haven't interacted with you, you've only interacted with them, so then the messages will not be accurate, okay? So preferably pick someone real, pick someone that you've actually had an interaction with, but if you're really curious about someone else, then yeah, maybe you can extract certain things that are relevant to you, but definitely the entire reading will not be 100% relevant in that case. After you've picked your person or persons that you want to define the relationship with, now you need to go ahead and choose among these four groups of cards to see exactly which one will hold the messages that apply to your particular situation. Allow your intuition to guide you to the group of cards that holds the answer for you. Remember to choose with your heart and not with your eyes. Let your intuition guide you. Your intuition might speak to you through images, through symbols, through numbers. You might hear it as a whisper. You might just open your eyes and the first deck of cards that you are drawn to, that's the one for you. Or you might close your eyes, imagine all four images, and the one that either jumps up, so zooms in or zooms out, that's probably the one for you. So I'm gonna give you guys now a few seconds to meditate, to clear your head, take a few deep breaths, and choose among these card decks. And once you've made your decision, you can either scroll down to the comment section, to the pinned comment, or use the automatic chapters that this video has in order to jump directly to the reading for you. If you chose group number one, let's shuffle these Archeo cards to see what role you're meant to play in their story. We have here the Lion, and what role are they meant to play in your story? The inventor. Okay, interesting. Now let's see exactly what these two cards mean. I'm going to read to you from the booklet that comes with these cards because the symbolism here is really particular and I want you to get the full message. So, for the Lion card, the role that you are meant to play in this person's life. If you can convince him to be with you, you will also learn to temper your inclinations, and if circumstances demand it, you will be able to call upon his massive strength and ferocity. But he's not your pet. His noble heart exists to protect the abused and misused, and he abhors the cruelty of self-serving authority. The lion has learned to tame the youthful inclinations that once led him to waste his power. Instead, through resolve and self-restraint, he has harnessed his stamina. Merely watching his massive shoulder blades rising and falling like pistons informs you of the force contained within his frame. Noble of heart and slow to stir, the lion is for the most part passive, but when provoked he becomes a formidable force. When rampant, his will is uncontainable, and he will snap any chains placed upon him as if they were cotton thread. If you are able to convince the lion to accompany you, his presence will give you great security. However, you must never take him for granted. Whilst he will defend you against threat, he is principally there to protect the abused and those oppressed by authoritarian misrule. So basically, your role in this person's life is to protect them. You are the lion for them. You should be the protector. You shouldn't be a martyr for them. That's not why you came into this person's life. So, because this was something interesting in the symbolism of this card. The lion only stays where he or she, why not, is well treated and appreciated. You have come into this person's life to teach them strength, to show them their own strength, to help them overcome their own limitations, to help them keep their tempers in check maybe, to help them harness their creativity and direct their energy to noble purposes. You have come into this person's life to be the mature person, to be the protector, to be the leader, to be the teacher, and basically to create a framework in this person's life so they can freely use their creativity and just create something beautiful out of nothing. Because look, for this person, their archeo is the inventor. So why did they come into your life? Let's see what the book tells us. Let's see. So the inventor. The inventor is the quintessential Renaissance man, with a pencil stub behind his ear. He's a problem solver, wise to the world, a good-hearted teacher scrawling diagrams across his scuffed notebook. He is the son of Leonardo and Archimedes, willing to fix the broken vacuum cleaner. Without his inventiveness, every broken tool will remain useless, and every obstacle will become insurmountable. You need the inventor, or your heroic journey will be halted by the first broken wheel. Within the inventor's pockets nestle the very things needed to fix the problem: a rubber band, a paper clip, a book of logarithms, a tape measure, and a fob watch that runs backwards. The inventor is worldly wise, yet nothing is too mundane for his curiosity. Nothing's too metaphysically awkward for his inquiry, neither constructing a bridge between dimensions nor solving the relationship between infinity and eternity. The inventor is a maker of silk purses out of sow's ears and furniture from cardboard and string. He's an experimenter and a transformer, more abacus than keyboard. His inquisitiveness plots patterns within the constellations, unites Gordian knots, and builds better pouring teapots. He is interesting and interested in you, and if you sit next to him in his workshop, he will teach the subtle arts of innovation and show you the importance of patient resolve. So, this person came into your life to teach you creativity, to help you build the life that you obviously want to build. If this is a loving relationship, if this is a life partnership of any kind, and I know the Archeo cards say he because lion is masculine noun and inventor is a masculine noun, but honestly, the cards can apply to women, men, and whatever gender you identify with. It really doesn't matter. The idea between these archetypes is that here we have a protector and we have a creative person, and together they can build a better future. They can build a life, they can build a company, they can build anything together. As long as they both stick to their assets, to their fortes, as long as you, so the Archeo of the lion, fully step into your protector mode and are fully awakened and have managed to already contain your lower impulses and can lead by example, then the inventor, so the other person, can feel secure enough to let their creativity flow, to come up with these grand ideas, so that together from your union, from your interaction, however brief or however long it may be, something original, something new, something creative, something wonderful will stem. And this can apply to all types of relationships. So whether it's in love or in business or just in friendship, when these two people come together, sparks obviously fly. I see that this person is interested in you. That's exactly what the cards told us. They are fascinated by your strength. They are interested in you. They are attracted to you. But they still have things to teach you. So they might have a higher IQ or a higher level of education, or maybe they are simply more creative than you. And here together you can both learn from one another. Okay, now let's see how these two archetypes can be brought together by shuffling the tarot cards, and let's see what additional messages we can see for this relationship of yours. Let's try to define this relationship with using tarot. So, Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Okay, so we have here a message of stress, luck, but also support. It's interesting how these cards fall out. It seems that the two of you are able to help each other through tough times. When one of you is stressed or anxious or is going through some difficult times, the other person can help ground them, bring them back to earth and out of this very busy mental state of the Nine of Swords, where things are always in motion, where nothing is set, where nothing is stable, and the other person brings this very grounding energy and offers support, especially if one of you is an earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Yeah, did you hear that sound on the background? It's just the universe confirming that if one of you is an earth sign, then yeah, that's the grounding energy, especially if the other person might be an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Yeah, your union is really complementary, let's say. You help each other, you support each other. Maybe you, with the Six of Cups and the Three of Wands here, maybe you've known each other in the past, maybe you were childhood sweethearts or childhood friends, and life somehow took you on very different paths, but right now you are approaching here a period where you will be back together. So if you're not yet back in the same city, in the same area, then expect that soon enough you will meet again. Your paths will cross again. That's what the Three of Wands tells me. And if this relationship, yeah, exactly. I so like it when the cards confirm exactly what I was about to say about this. So if in the past this relationship between the two of you didn't work out, either because you were too young, you were too inexperienced, you had other priorities, I see that both people kind of idealized this connection that you had in the past. With the Six of Cups, I also see this message that both of you really idealized what you had in the past, and you keep remembering your past interactions or your past relationship with fondness, with warmth, and with overall a good feeling overall, let's say. In the near future, your paths will cross again, and you will have another shot at it, another chance at it. Why? Because both of you have matured enough, have grown enough into your own personas, into who you are both supposed to be individually, that now you can come together on equal footing, on equal ground, and equally contribute to this connection between the two of you. Let's shuffle a little bit more the cards, because up until now it's not clear what type of relationship this is. I see more of a friendship. So because the Six of Cups, that's what it shows me, more of a friendship than anything else. I don't know if you're gonna grow this into a business relationship or into a love connection. Let's see if the tarot cards want to tell us anything more about the relationship between you and this person, about what roles you are meant to play in each other's stories. So we have the Ten of Wands, we have Four of Wands, the High Priestess, Five of Swords, and Four of Cups. Yeah, so I'm still not getting very clear messages whether this is love or business. We have a lot of wands here, we have a lot of fire energy, so there's definitely this magnetic energy between the two of you. You are drawn together, you keep bumping into each other, you keep thinking about each other, so there is this magnetism, but it's not easy flowing, because the Ten of Wands, look here, it's a card of burdens. So that's the message of the Ten of Wands. So it's not very easy flowing. There's tension, but there's also the need for freedom. So you keep kind of flowing towards each other and then apart, and then together and then apart, and then together and then apart. And we keep seeing these cycles. The High Priestess is clearly showing me here that your relationship is divinely predestined, let's say. And it's meant to help both of you step into your own power, into your own sense of power. I see kind of the other person being for you like a mirror, and you for them as well. So you're both a mirror for the growth, for the evolution, for whatever stage in life you are. You're mirroring each other, and you're always comparing you with them, and they're always comparing themselves with you. We have this duality. But if you stay in this duality, in this comparison lifestyle, let's say, you will only find loss and indifference at the end. Because you two are very different people. You have very different strengths and weaknesses. You have very different mental structures and emotional structures, and I think even physical structures. So stop comparing yourselves one to the other, and just embrace your differences and learn to work together, learn to cooperate, and then any type of relationship between you guys can work out for your mutual benefit, because together these two people can achieve much more than they can individually. So basically that's the message for you, whether this is in love, friendship, or business. Learn to work together, learn to cooperate. Yes, appreciate the other person for their strengths, but stop comparing yourself to the other person. You will never be like the other person. You were meant to play a very different role than this other person, and yeah, there's really nothing good that can come out of this continuous comparison, continuous mirroring. Just embrace your own unique self, embrace your own strengths, and yeah, rebalance. Exactly. We have here the Libra eclipse card. Reevaluate your relationships, bring more justice and more fair play in your relationship with this person. It's very important for you to find the balance and to stop trying to imitate. No, just step into your own strength, step into your own path, be practical, and work on your self-worth. Work on yourself. That's what the Sun in Taurus cards tell us. Work on your finances. Work on your security. Stand firm in the eye of the storm, and you will be able to regenerate. So even if maybe your relationship had some ups and downs in the past, even if you broke up or you had a fight or you didn't speak for years or decades, right now you are stepping into a time of regeneration, let's say. But the warning here is that each of you needs to learn independence first, needs to learn how to be happy and balanced on their own before this relationship can have another go, before this relationship can have another chance, let's say. This is a very interesting relationship here, group number 1. It's a mutually beneficial relationship, clearly. Oh, and just a message that just came in right now. You might be younger than this person in age, but I think that your attitude is, or your mindset is older or more restrained, because this person with all the creativity and innovation energy, they have the mind of a child. They have this childlike creativity, while you are more mature in your thinking and in your emotions. So this might also be something of interest to you. What else can I say, group number 1? It's an interesting relationship here. It's an interesting connection. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you found anything useful in this message, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and head on over to my channel where I've prepared a lot of material for you. I have intuition tests, I have some more pick a card tarot readings, I'm working on some astrology and numerology content right now, so yeah, head on over to my channel and enjoy the other material that I've prepared for you. Thanks for watching. Now I'm gonna move on to group number 2. Group number 2, let's shuffle the Archeo cards to see, okay, what role you are meant to play in the other person's life. Here we have the Anima Animus. That's an interesting card. And let's see what role are they meant to play in your story. Why did your paths cross in this lifetime? We have here the Siren for the other person. Interesting archetypes. Let's see, where do we have the Animus Anima? Let's find it. Okay. The Anima and Animus, or the male within female and the female within male, represent a union of opposites, a marriage of day and night, black and white. Once united, they gradually straighten our drunken loop-sidedness. When our left and right spheres learn to speak to one another, logic and intuition come together and evolve a deeper perception, allowing us to think and feel with cohesion. So basically, you have entered this person's life, or your role in the other person's story is to balance them out, to show them a different perspective, to bring them back to center. She and he are bound together in a chemical wedding, equal partners within a single form, encompassing not just their converse faces, but all the shades and variations that exist between their polarities. You might be polar opposites with this person. Together, they are far more than the sum of their parts, or the mere symbol of yin and yang. They are the embodiment of cohesion and harmony. So I think that when you're apart, both of you might be in complete disarray, in complete unbalance, but once you come together, we see this harmonious. It's a type of relationship like opposites attract. The golden sun and silver moon pursue higher callings. Language as poetry, math as pattern, the elegant dance of body and soul, the high art of listening, eye contact, the ways of touching, timing, the reading of emotions, and kindness for its own sake. The anima and animus are lovers with a bond beyond mere carnality. Through the prism of their fused halves, light is redirected to create a new spectrum of color that will reveal the trapdoor between our conscious and unconscious minds. Wow, you guys are soulmates. If there's ever a card that describes this soulmate energy, this is the one. You are definitely the soulmate for this person, and you are meant to be a balancing force in their life. Now let's see the siren. What is the archetype of the siren, and what is their role to play in your story? Siren. The siren is a femme fatale calling to you from the rocks. But if you pass beyond her jagged shoreline, she is far more. She provides you with the opportunity to examine your destructive desires. And if you permit her, she will teach you the art of directing your passions away from hedonism and towards a loving union. So, guys, don't get blocked here by the way these cards are explained with he and she. The archetype applies to both men and women. So, this other person came into your life to tempt your desires, but also to show you that once you go past your destructive desires, once you examine your destructive desires and manage to harness your passions, you and you two together as a couple, as a pairing, can become so much more. The siren exists in the eyes of those who crave her. And because desire has a habit of turning to guilt and then to blame, she is seen as a destructive temptress. She is seen as the epitome of sexuality and allure, sometimes charming and elegant, other times blatantly provocative and even evil. In reality, the siren is ambiguous, not to herself, but to those who envy her or want her. Whether countess or courtesan, Venus or Kali, her sensuality has the power to disturb and confuse those who cannot take their eyes off of her. She is two sides of a single figure. Again, we see this symbolism of duality. This person came into your life to show you how superficial you've been seeing the world up until now. You are seeing her or him, you are seeing this person only as a courtesan, as something cheap, not as a countess, not as something of value. You are stuck here between Venus and Kali, between power and power struggles. So yeah, you're both kind of balancing yourselves out in this relationship. But the siren is more, exactly here what the card is telling us. She is highly intelligent, and like the wolf, she has made peace with her hungers. She understands her body's needs, and she has learned to rise above the crude duplicity of man. Wow, so I think this other person is really hot. You're really attracted to them. And they're beautiful in the conventional way. So society judges this person only by appearances, and you are meant to learn to see behind the veil, behind the mask of appearances. That's what the lesson you need to learn from this interaction between the animus, anima, and the siren. I think you have a very good potential here for an amazing loving relationship. If you manage to balance yourselves out, if you manage to balance these energies and really find some common ground. Now let's go to the tarot cards and shuffle them to find some additional messages for group number 2 to further define the relationship between these two people, these opposites that are clearly attracted to each other. Let's see what messages are the tarot cards willing to give us for group number 2 in order to define your relationship. Why did your paths cross? We have the Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. What the cards are showing me is very clearly that you two are soulmates. It was predestined for you two to meet in this life and to finally have your happy ending. Because in your past lives, something was holding you back. Your relationship could only go so far, but then either society or something external to your own will held you in limbo, held you back. You couldn't complete the relationship between you guys. You couldn't complete the connection in a previous life. However, we see that in this incarnation we have success, we have victory and partnership. We had a very sensitive relationship, a very sensitive connection between the two of you. And the reason why you met is basically to be a couple, to balance each other out, to complete this karmic cycle, and to have your happily ever after. This is the chapter of all your incarnations. In, let's say, the book of your incarnations, this is the chapter where you have your happily ever after. Oh my God, you guys, this is amazing. I love this message for you. Now, let's see if we can draw some more tarot cards for group number 2 to further clarify this connection between the two of you. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, the Hermit card, the Moon, the World, whoa, and the Five of Wands. So we have a lot of major arcanas here. First, the Two of Wands, this is a card of vision. In order to have your happily ever after, you need to be the visionary that writes this chapter. You need to take the pen of creation and write your own chapter. I think visualization and manifesting will work wonders for this connection, for this relationship between you two. Now, let's look at these 3 major arcana all together. So, it's the Hermit, the Moon, and the World. We have contemplation, illusion, and regeneration. So, yeah, exactly what the Archeo cards told us. Everything here is an illusion, especially regarding this person. The world doesn't see them as they are, but you can, through contemplation, through inner work, by the way you feel, by the way your intuition speaks to you, or maybe in dreams, or maybe in meditation, or in prayer, you can really see through all the fog and through all the illusion and the uncertainty, and see the siren, so the other person, exactly as they are, not as the world would portray them to you. That is why we have here the World, the final major arcana in the tarot deck, the regeneration card, which shows us that, yes, this is your final cycle. Your final cycle of incarnations together, and you would better not fight and not compete with this person. You'd better just love them, speak the truth to them, work together with them, fight for them, not against them. Understand that this person is very sensitive, and although they might show the world an image, a mask of strength, although they might seem unbothered, they are actually very sensitive people. So don't fight with them, fight for them, because they never had that. And here you are, the balancing force in their life, with the ability to create the circumstances where this person can truly thrive and be themselves and not be afraid to show the world exactly who they are. It's a very beautiful connection here, with the potential for a very, very interesting and beneficial growth overall for both persons. Now, let's see some final messages for you two, some final advice from the Zodiac Moon cards. We have the Moon in Taurus. We have the card of self-esteem and personal growth. So work on yourself first and don't bring your own insecurities, your personal insecurities in this connection. The eclipse in Pisces, free will, serve your higher purpose. Don't try to control the other person. You each have free will. And together, when you come together individually, willingly, you can actually achieve wonders. You can achieve your higher purpose, you can finalize your karmic cycle, but you need to stop trying to control the other person, because it doesn't work like that. And with the Sun in Taurus, practicalities, again, personal growth and boosting your self-worth and your finances. Work on yourself. Try to do the changes in yourself and not in the other person, okay? And this doesn't mean changing your whole personality to accommodate the wants and needs and desires of the other person. No, this only means becoming a more centered individual yourself, working on your mental health, working on your emotional health, working on your real life goals and desires, and not putting the pressure on the other person to fulfill all your wants and needs. They can fulfill all your fantasies, but some things you need to do on your own. What can I say, group number 2? Overall, this was a very interesting reading, a very nice story here between these two characters that came to finally interact in this lifetime and finalize a karmic cycle. I hope you will be very happy together. I hope you are able to work out through everything that you need to work out. There are definitely some karmic wounds here. There are definitely some things that came with you both from previous lifetimes. So yeah, just work on it and work together, not against each other. If you've enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and why not go ahead and check out my channel for all the other interesting materials that I've prepared for you there. Thank you very much for watching. Now I'm gonna move on to group number 3. If you chose group number 3, let's see what the Archeo cards have to say about what your role is in this person's life, and what role does this person have to play in your life. Okay, very, very interesting. We have El Duende and the Illuminator. Let's see what these cards mean. I'm gonna read to you from this little book that explains to us the meaning of these archetypes. The duende is it's a Spanish term, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what it means. So, what role are you here to play in this person's life? The duende is a spirit of the deepest creativity, a silent sound, a struggle that surges up from the soles of our feet. It is of blood, ancient culture, and action, and it calls us out. Without it, our artistic works will be tepid and superficial, yet with it, our nerve endings become exposed and raw. So basically, you came into this person's life to teach them passion and creativity, to ignite the fire that is missing from their life. The duende comes with full force or not at all, burning through us, searing away our resistance. The duende fires us with a power far beyond our normal capacity for expression, making us an outlet of profound art and music. Both primitive and highly sophisticated, its presence sets alight the core of our potential. It is the passionate spectre of the earth, a hobgoblin muse demanding that we open ourselves to all possibilities, with guttural song summoned from the caves of our soul. It accepts no lies. The duende is nearby, a pregnant and overwhelming power that is life, faith, and the consummation of risk and knowledge. It is not a mere concept, but a very real presence. Made visible, it is huge, potent, patient, and less tolerant than anything the human will can grasp. It is a bittersweet bliss that will infiltrate the bloodstream like a toxin. Oh, you have some toxic love in here. It is life loved and lived with the greatest of passions. But if that love is lost, the duende leaves us with an inconsolable grief. You are the love of their life. You are literally the love of their life. Now, I don't know if you're still together or if you've just met or if you've already broken up, but you are definitely the love of their life. Now, let's see what their role was in your story with the Illuminator. Let's see what the Illuminator tells us. The Illuminator. The Illuminator holds a candle aloft against blackness. So they were the light of your life, basically. His flame cuts through the inky shade and shows us the terrain beneath our feet. This is the light of consciousness that gives all our senses meaning. This person gave meaning to your life. The Illuminator is also the means by which our inner eye can navigate through your maze of complex emotions and scattered thoughts. He is, in short, the one who makes you aware of your existence. So I think that this was the person that finally ignited that passion in you as well. They might have been, or they are, your first love. Without the dark, light is rendered meaningless. And without light, darkness obliterates all things. Each needs the other to exist. That is chiaroscuro. The Illuminator eradicates nothingness and gives us the world of sensation, a world we play and struggle in. This person might have been your polar opposite, your complementary, let's say. They kind of filled the gaps that you had in your life. The Illuminator is the lux, the luminosity and radiates and radiance that keeps the frozen wasteland at bay. And he makes possible the best and the worst of experience. So this was definitely a very, very strong connection between you guys. I don't know why I keep speaking in past tense. I think for a lot of you, you might have broken up or you're not together. But yeah, if this is something from your past, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. If you've just met, be prepared. It's gonna burn you down and you're gonna burn them down. So, yeah. Ultimately, there is no choice between light and dark. That is an illusion, and our humanity is not defined by such hard and fast contrasts. It exists in the soft edges of shadow, where light and dark gently touch. The Illuminator walks at the head of the column, beacon in hand, directing those who journey with integrity along the safest of paths. So this is a very important person in your life. They are here to show you your life path. You are here to ignite their fire, and they are here to then come back with that ignited fire and show you the difference between right and wrong, show you what your life trajectory, what your highest potential in this incarnation can be. This is some intense connections here, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it, you guys. I love this connection for you. Now let's see how this Northern Lights Tarot can give us additional meaning, additional information for you guys. I so love all this symbolism of light and dark, especially for group number 3, because look, this is the Northern Lights Tarot deck. It's all about where light meets darkness and the really beautiful things that can emerge from this dichotomy, from this merger or meeting of opposites. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you guys for group number 3. How can we define this relationship other than burning, other than intense, other than passionate, other than once in a lifetime story type, movie type kind of love? Ooh, very intense. So we have the Three of Wands, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Let's just quickly look at the keywords on the cards. We have freedom, movement, passion, conflict, and growth. With the Three of Wands, I think that you've waited a really long time to meet this person. You have been waiting your entire life for a connection like this. And this is the confirmation that the wait was worth it. Because now you are getting so much more than anything that you could have imagined previously. The Chariot is a karmic card. It's a major arcana that shows me that this is a karmic connection. And this is a connection that will radically change the trajectory of both your life paths. Now, this connection between you guys, it can be like a collision, like a traffic accident, or it can be a coming together of two forces that ignite each other, that motivate each other to grow. With the Queen of Wands, there's definitely passion. That's unmistakable. So again, passion, fire, magnetism, sparks fly between you guys when you meet. But the Five of Swords show me there is also conflict. And it is both your responsibilities to manage this conflict. And if both of you make the conscious decision to go down the path of diplomacy, to not yell, scream, and shout, but to have reasonable adult conversations, then the end result is growth, mutually beneficial growth. You guys can really build a life together, a life that will be full of love and passion and stability, as long as you manage to deal in a mature way with conflict. Let's shuffle some more and find some additional messages for group number 3. Oh my god, I'm just loving this connection between you guys. I think it's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm so happy for you. Let's see. We have the Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Sun, Nine of Cups, and Knight of Cups. Yeah, so really amazing potential for you guys here. The Knight of Swords talks about spontaneity. You can have a very animated life together. The Ace of Wands shows us new adventures, so you will never be bored together. The Sun shows us happiness. You will be very happy together. And even when you're fighting, even when you're in conflict, if you remember the happy times, if you keep in mind the big goal, if you manage to still see the forest even through all the trees, then you will be able to work through it. The Nine of Cups shows us good fortune. I think that when you met this person, or if you haven't met them yet, when you will meet this person, you will feel like the luckiest man or woman alive. It will feel like winning the lottery, or it did feel like winning the lottery. And with the Knight of Cups, I see that all your dreams can come true together with this person. It's gonna be a love story better than any romance novel, better than any Hollywood movie. This is gonna go down in history like one of those big love stories. And if you guys already met and broke up, the Sun card here shows me that your story is not over yet. your last chapter hasn't been written yet. With the Three of Wands, you might need to wait a while until your paths cross again. But when they do, it will be forever. And it will be with a happy ending. In the meantime, keep dreaming. Keep manifesting. Keep growing. Keep working on yourself. And let's see what other messages the Zodiac Moon reading cards can give us for you guys. For this relationship, what can you do until your paths will cross again? Or what can you do until you meet if you haven't met already? We have the Sun in Libra, the Harmony card, the Moon in Cancer, the Belonging card, and the Eclipse in Gemini, the Negotiation card. So what can you guys do to prepare for this connection? Enjoy your life. Be happy. Be joyful. Live every day with a sense of gratitude for what you currently have in your life. Work on your inner self. Work to better yourself, especially your emotional structure and your emotional well-being. Meditate, walk, dance, write poetry, paint, whatever feeds your soul. And when new challenges appear in your life, don't run away from them. Accept the challenges in your life. Go on adventures. Eat at a restaurant where you've never been before. Go out on your own and explore life. Explore this beautiful world of ours. Because at the next corner, the Illuminator waits for you. So yeah, just live your best life, because that's the way you can attract this person, this fiery person in your life, your better half, the one that was meant for you, the one that was written for you. Amazing, group number 3. I'm so happy that I was able to give you this message. I hope you resonate with it. I hope it's helpful for you. And if you still haven't met this person, don't lose hope. Don't lose faith, because I'm getting an intense feeling that this is a connection later in life. Or you might have already met, but things didn't work out and your paths will cross again. You will meet again at the right time. When you are most happy, when you are just living your best life, enjoying your day-to-day life, then this person will come again in your life. It's going to be a surprise. It's not going to be something planned, but you need to vibrate on a higher frequency in order to attract this type of love. It will be a love that will burn you both to the ground. But every time you burn from the ashes, you will rise again together, stronger, wiser, happier than before. If you've enjoyed this message, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and head on down to my channel for all the other great content regarding tarot, astrology, numerology, and even some intuition tests to help you build up your intuition that I've prepared or that I will be preparing for you very, very soon. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Now I'm gonna move on to group number 4. Group number 4, let's see why you and this person crossed paths. So what's your role in their story and what's their role in your story? We have the Falcon and the Survivor. For this part, I'm going to read to you the meaning of the cards from this beautiful booklet that came with the Archeo cards. So the Falcon. Let's find the Falcon. I'm going to put the card here so you can also see it. The Falcon rises up and gazes down at the landscape spread below. Riding wind and current, he scours the cartography, scanning for impending threat, be it storm, cloud, or swollen river. His eyes are turned. He can pick out a half-hidden scorpion at 1,000 meters. And if you trust him, he will make sure you're never caught by the unexpected. Soaring upward, the Falcon sees through the clouds and mist to the falconer. He and she have been one since birth, and their goals are inseparable. He is the wing and she is the rock. His mission is to map the terrain and plot the safest way forward. Hers is to hold firm the earth. Oh my god, this is amazing, guys. This falcon is no common raptor. He is Horus, god of the sky who never sleeps. He is loyalty. He is loyal to his partner and their company, and his noble temperament makes him the perfect moral compass that can never be circumvented or hoodwinked. The falcon circles the skies. When he has completed his cartographic survey, he descends from the stratosphere to the falconer's glove, where he whisper feeds her his findings, and she in turn hands him small sweetmeats of starling and mouse. So, your role in this person's life is to be their moral compass, is to show them a higher perspective. Your role in this person's life is to lift them up. I don't know why, for some reason, I just got in my mind, that song, You Lift Me Up Where I Belong, to something like that. Yeah, listen to that song, listen to those lyrics, because they will give you more insight into why your paths have crossed, why you had to meet this person in this lifetime. You are the one that gives them security. You are the one that shows them that life can be so much more than the existence that they are living right now. You are supposed to help the other person get out of the mundane and strive for more, dream for more, because I get the feeling that the other person is stuck in a cycle of poverty, of lack, of sadness. They are stuck in survivor mode, and they cannot even imagine that life can be more than what it is right now. Let's see what the survivor cards has to tell us. So why is the other person in your life? Why did your paths cross? What's the role that this other person, the survivor, needs to play in your life? The survivor has been called many names. Ragamuffin, urchin, gutter snipe, tatterdemalion. What's that, guys? I don't know this old word. But at his core, he's a proudly independent forager. Some might try to label him amoral, but when the center fails to hold and things fall apart, leaving the landscape a wreck of hardship, then the survivor's ethics become apparent. He functions in the gaps left by inequality and has no fear of draconian authority. Always the shrewd pragmatist, he makes certain that he and his companions never starve. Okay, so you are more of a dreamer and this person is more of a realist, let's say. You have high goals and aspirations, and this person can help you achieve them because you see the big picture, but this person gets down to the nitty-gritty and they can really build your dreams from the foundation up. Very interesting connection here. Whether it be city, desert, jungle, or forest, the survivor is a master in the art of survival. A chameleon who can navigate any territory with ease, he moves by instinct, unearthing whatever he needs. When there's a shortage of food or money, the survivor will find a way. When shelter is needed, he will locate a roof and a dry bed. Never selfish, he is practical and gives without question to his fellow dispossessed. No matter what misfortune chance throws against him, he remains undaunted, turning difficulty to advantage with admirable dexterity. So, what I'm getting from all of this is that you guys really move at different speeds. Where your mind is sharp and moves with lightning speed in the world of ideas and high concepts and academia, this person has a different type of intelligence. They work well under pressure. They are the type of person that you want at your side in a crisis. They will make good first responders. They would be good in the army. They are good in a crisis. And at the end of the day, because they are so results oriented, they get the job done. While you might tend to get lost in in this world of ideas and concepts and dreams, and that's where this other person comes and completes you and complements you by keeping their feet firmly attached to the ground, and this allows you to soar high up in the sky. This is a very nice connection here. He is independent and refuses point blank to be patronized and oppressed. He is an artful dodger. He is the epitome of our indomitable nature and our dogged capacity to adapt and endure. Okay, so you guys are really polar opposites, and your paths have crossed. You've met in this lifetime in order to show each other a different perspective. And I'm trying to focus here especially on the concept of ethics, morality, what is right and what is wrong. Because I think this might be a point of struggle between you guys. This might be a big issue for you guys. And the reason why this is an issue is because you come from very different backgrounds. You might be higher educated, you might be involved in academia, you might be a liberal, you might be a progressive, while this person comes from a lower background of education or a lower socioeconomic background. They are more conservative, they are maybe a Republican or on the conservative side of things, let's say. You both have very different outlooks on life because your previous experiences have been very different. However, if you manage to actually talk, discuss, sit at the same table and share a meal together and have a conversation, you will see that your end goals are very similar. You have much more similarities than differences. And if you manage to work together, you will bring more vision to this person's life, and they will help you achieve your goals through their practicality. Now, let's go to the tarot cards and shuffle through to find some messages to define this relationship between you guys. First, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I deserve financial security. This is the motto of the card. Let's shuffle for some more cards. Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I see a lot of material cards here, and this shows me that maybe your relationship is meant to be a transactional one, a business relationship. Up until this point, I don't see many indications for love. Your connection can work very well together in the business world or even as a friendship if you are helping each other out. Because look here at the mottos on these cards. I deserve financial security. I trust the present moment. When I show my work, others give support. I find clarity through calm, and I am always rewarded for all I do. Honestly, what I see from the tarot cards up until this point is that you guys are meant to work together. That's what the Three of Pentacles tells me. You are meant to work together, to be a team, and to help each other, to learn from each other as well. Because look here, towards your card, towards your archetype. You have a lot of ideas, but they rarely materialize. You are very creative. You are a visionary, but you lack the skills needed to transmute all your ideas into financial rewards, into physical stability. And yeah, okay, you want to be a visionary, you want to make the world a better place, but at the end of the day, you also need to survive in this world. You need to pay rent, you need to put food on the table, you need to buy clothes, you need to do certain things that require money. And this other person, they will find clarity through your calm. They will be inspired by all your ideas. And with the Ace of Pentacles, they can be the financial genius behind this work that you can build together on. So if you're thinking maybe on, I don't know, designing an app, or I don't know, whatever type of product, physical or digital, that you have in mind here, find yourself a partner that can take care of all the administrative and technical and not technical in that sense, but financially technical aspects of your business. You should be the visionary, the engineer, the creator, the writer, the artist. Let this other person be the organizer, the salesperson, the one that actually helps you monetize on your skills. Let's find some more messages. We'll shuffle one more time to find some final messages regarding this connection. I think you guys can make a lot of money together if you manage to work together, if you manage to see past your differences. You guys can really be successful here. Okay, final messages for group number 4. And one last card. Okay, so let's see what came out here. The Death card, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So, the Death card, this is the transformation card. I let go and embrace new beginnings. It's clear to me that both you guys, so both you and that other person, you have some very valuable attributes. You have both your own skills and talents. And independently, you can only go so far. You on your own can have a lot of ideas, but you will never do anything about them. This person on their own, they will work hard and still struggle at the end of the day, because it doesn't matter the amount of hard work they put in. They need your vision in order to achieve really that next level of success. And for you, it really doesn't matter how many good ideas you have, because you need the practicality of this person to actually do something with those ideas, to actually make them materialize. So both of you will go through a transformation after this interaction. But what kind of transformation? Well, here we have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Two very fiery cards, two very creative cards. You will feed off each other's energies. I make decisions without pressure. I am always open to good news. So together, your enthusiasm, your respective skills, they will complement each other, and you each bring to the table exactly what the other one is missing. And by putting these final two pieces of the puzzle together, now you are really able to quickly achieve your goals, achieve your dreams, achieve your aspirations of stability, of calmness, and maybe, for some of you, even of love. I welcome new love and trust what it brings. So, for some of you, this might start out as a work connection, as a business connection. In time, it might even grow to a love connection. But if you are both already in stable relationships, then I see this Ace of Cups more like the fulfillment of all your dreams, of all your material dreams. I take the time I need to nurture myself. Take that time. Nurture yourself. Work on yourself, and then come together with this person and also work together. Because all your dreams, both your dreams, can come true. You are dreaming of leaving a legacy. Your dream is to make the world a better place. Your dream is to have an impact on our society and our culture. Their dream is to make money, to be financially stable, to provide a better life for themselves, their family, their loved ones. And I really don't see why these two dreams cannot come together and coalesce into something very beautiful. Now, before we end this tarot reading, I'm gonna shuffle a little bit the zodiac moon reading cards to see exactly what you can do in order to benefit from this very positive potential that we see here. So some final messages for you guys, some final advice from the zodiac moon reading cards. We have the moon in Gemini, the sun in Aquarius, and the moon in Virgo. Indecision, opportunity, and contentment. Should I stay or should I go? I think you are at a crossroads right now. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know what's right or wrong anymore. And that is because the sun in Aquarius shows us here that there is an opportunity in your future. Be ready for change. All this indecision you're feeling is because on a subconscious level, on an intuitive level, you know that things are going to change. You know that things are never going to be the same again. You feel the storm coming. You feel the pressure changing. And you can't explain it. It's just a knowing, a feeling, a sensation that tells you that something big is about to happen in your life. The moon in Virgo shows us that you will be very happy about these changes. Although right now you're not happy. Right now you're agitated, you're anxious, the energy is building up, and this might even be giving you insomnia. The advice for you is really to focus during this time on boosting your health and vitality. Work on your physical health. Start exercising. Eat better. Drink more water. Take care of your physical body, because a big transformation is coming here. And once things really start getting in motion, once the project is up and running, you will have so much work to do that you won't have any more time to focus on yourself and on your needs. So take this time now to pamper yourself. Go to a spa. Go get a massage. Go to a sauna. Go to the gym. Sleep better. Eat better. Just have a better lifestyle altogether and prepare yourself for everything nice and for all the abundance that is coming your way soon, very soon. I really love this connection for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this message as much as I enjoyed making this spread for you. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and head on over to my channel to see all the other interesting things that I've prepared for you. I have material on astrology, on tarot, on numerology, on building your intuition. So really a lot of interesting stuff that I've prepared for you there. Thank you very much for staying with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day, and good luck in all your business endeavors. If there's something you want to share with me, if you want to share your apps or your products or whatever you're working on here, feel free to share with me that information either in the comment section or you can DM me. You can find me on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook. So yeah, all my social media is linked on my page. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you, because I think you're working on something very interesting here. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.